Nuclear bombs. Known to man as one of the most destructive bombs to ever exist. Its destructive potential is massive and is known for only ever being used twice in warfare. Despite the small amount of usage, thousands of these bombs have been made as they have gotten equally more destructive. A few years ago, CNN did a report of people with the top 10 amount of nuclear weapons. Expectedly, Russia is on the top with 7,300 nuclear bombs, with America close behind with 6,970. But as you look farther down the list, something becomes an important question. Who is Jeff? On the bottom of the list, next to North Korea, a mysterious figure is there, sitting in the list, with less than 10 nukes. Jeff. Just Jeff. Many ask, who is Jeff? What are his intentions? And why does he have, at most, 10 nuclear bombs? All jokes aside here, this is actually a real thing, this is of a real report, and the idea of this video totally didn't come from a pre-existing article. And after doing basic research from the same article that I just mentioned, I pretty much can just sum up who Jeff is. And spoiler alert, Jeff isn't a person. Jeff is an acronym for the Joint Evaluated Fission and Fusion File, and putting that into proper acronym, it should be Jeff with 3 Fs. So Jeff is a collaboration project connected to the Nuclear Energy Agency, or the NEA, as most people refer to them, to study fusion and fission, which both of these have something to do with nuclear bombs and power. As a quick history lesson, fission is a separation of 2 atoms to smaller pieces, which in result creates a ton of heat. Meanwhile, on the polar opposite, fusion is when two together to make a proper nuclei, which goes into the atom. Both fusion and fission are used in nuclear bombs. And as the acronym of Jeff describes, this project studies both. So it makes sense for them to have a nuclear bomb to study with, though they likely haven't used it, and I doubt it is armed and could be launched by them. It could very well just be sitting in a nuclear storage facility or something, I don't know. The files which Jeff made have slowly been releasing to the public since 1992, with the most recent being the 7th file named Jeff 3.3, which was released in 2017. So it turns out that Jeff, officially named with 2 Fs, so you could call it the Jeff files, is just a study project where they were given a nuclear arsenal to study. Now, should we be concerned about Jeff? No, they're just people studying fusion and fission. They likely have 1 bomb, and if they have more, I'd like to point out that about 8 nuclear submarines are somewhere in the vast ocean, all sunken with nuclear weapons inside, nuclear bombs left in the ocean, and one could possibly reawaken or create Godzilla, so sleep tight, I say.